Up with KREM begins now.
6 o'clock here on your Friday. Welcome to Up with KREM. I'm Tim Pham. We also want to welcome you in if you're streaming us on KREM 2+. Let's start this day off by getting over to meteorologist Thomas Patrick. Thomas, people always want to know what's this weekend going to be like as we kick off a brand new weekend. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Tim. Happy Friday to you, TGIF. And yeah, everything's smooth sailing weather-wise through this weekend. Yeah, a little bit cool first thing this morning, but temperatures are looking great. Very much spring-like, or early spring-like, if you will. It is March after all. But we got to get through another one of these mornings where our temperatures are in the 20s now for the second straight day. 29 in Spokane. That is down a degree in the last hour. Coeur d'Alene, you actually popped up by a handful of degrees from 23 to 28 just as we are approaching sunrise minutes away. So there is some frost on the ground and on the cars this morning, but no weather issues at all once we get to those sunny skies. Like I said, in a couple minutes here at sunrise, and the afternoon's looking great in the low 50s for today. More 50s, if not 60s this weekend.
Here's a live look at the traffic impact this morning at I-90 and the state line there in Post Falls. You can see right now traffic moving nice and smoothly in both directions, which is good news, of course, on a Friday morning. Of course, as the morning continues, you may see some more traffic volume. So overall, though, no major issues to report. On Up with KREM, we do bring you weather and traffic together every 30 minutes. Across the country, more states and school districts are banning phones in schools. Locally, the Spokane Public School District already implemented its new cell phone policy at the start of the school year. Legislators in Washington looked at making school districts restrict cell phone use this year. Bills introduced in the House and Senate to require the Office of Superintendent of Public Instruction to examine cell phone bans currently in place and make recommendations for other school districts never received committee hearings. New this morning from Olympia, the Washington State House has approved new legislation requiring electronic monitoring of sexually violent predators who are out on conditional release. House Bill 1457 unanimously passed and now moves on to the state Senate. The bill would require monitoring, tracking a person's position, and notifies authorities if they go somewhere they're not allowed. Thousands of teachers in the state could be facing pay cuts. Under a proposal in Olympia, some lawmakers want to eliminate bonuses for teachers who received extra training. Drew Mickelson with our station in Seattle explains who could be hit at which schools.
Reducing teacher pay is not something elected officials like to talk about, but facing a multi-billion-dollar deficit, state lawmakers say they have to look at it. So it could bring an end to a long-time bonus for National Board certified teachers.
I like how you're walking in quietly.
These third graders at Lydia Hawk Elementary
You're showing me.
have an award-winning teacher.
What does it look like to be a scholar?
Maribel Vilches is also a National Board certified teacher, something she earned after hundreds of hours of instruction she paid for.
Trying to find out why it's not working.
Instead of focusing on subjects, she says she learned how to teach any student, anywhere.
If I know that student is acting out, I know that there's something behind. I'm not reacting, right? I'm not reacting to the moment. I'm proactive because I'm wondering what happened before. Because of that knowledge of student, that National Board still of me. And they're always asking why.
7,800 teachers in the state are National Board certified, and since 1999 have qualified for bonuses. Today they get about $6,200 extra dollars a year, and another $5,000 if they teach at high poverty schools. But as legislators look to save money, the bonuses could be paused.
We really appreciate our educators in this state, and that is why we are looking for new revenue. That is why we want to continue to invest in our K-12 system. Unfortunately, this is one of those things that does not fall within basic ed, and that is why we're having this conversation today.
Before leaving office, Governor Jay Inslee proposed the cut, and last week current Governor Bob Ferguson said he is supportive of Inslee's budget savings suggestions, even though Ferguson has also said he opposes education cuts.
Appreciate the legislature's work. I know they're going through, the House, the Senate are going through their own proposals for reduction. So, we have a lot of work ahead of us. We still have a couple months, but I've been pretty clear on what my priorities are.
Aisha, come to this station, please.
Without the bonuses, Ms. Vilches says she and her colleagues will suffer, along with their students.
We say that we value education. That would be a signal that the message is contradicting if this stipend gets paused.
This would impact just a little more than 10% of the state's currently employed teachers. Every 5 years, the certification needs to be renewed, and that is something that has to be done on the teacher's time and the teacher's own dime. The teachers union says without these bonuses, teachers likely won't get that extra training. In Olympia, Drew Mickelson, King 5 News.
With all the sunshine this week really teasing us, you may be looking at your yard wondering what to do. Well, the Spokane Home and Garden show starts today and will be going through this Sunday. May give you some ideas of some upcoming projects or for your honey-do list. KREM 2's Regan Gallo is at the Spokane Convention Center. So Regan, what can people look forward to at the Home and Garden show? Are you getting any good ideas? Good morning.
Oh yeah, getting lots of good ideas. Good morning, Tim. Yep, we are at the 49th annual Spokane Home and Garden Show. 180 plus exhibitors will be here, and I'm with one right now with Austin from Green Pro Landscaping and Supply. And Austin, you were telling me you guys put all of this down in the last day and a half. Tell me a little bit about why people should come out and get their patio and yard going.
Absolutely. You know, the best thing to come out here and see is you're going to be able to feel what we can offer for everybody. It doesn't have to be this glamorous project. It can be a small patio like we're sitting on right now. Something as simple as a water feature. We do everything, the fire pits, the rocks, everything.
It looks pretty fantastic. Nate, why don't you go take a look a little bit about this huge design he's got going on over here. It looks pretty beautiful that you did all this.
Absolutely, yes. No, it definitely takes a team to do it, but we made it, and you know, we'd love to see you guys come down here and see what we have to offer. We are running several promotions while we're down here. We are running 10% off our bark blowing services.
Okay.
We're also raffling off a Traeger for any scheduled appointment.
Okay.
So we would love to have you down here.
So you got to come down here. You got to put your name in for the raffle, for the Traeger, and I mean, just look at this fireplace. It looks beautiful. So Austin, your team did an amazing job. Come on down to the Home and Garden Show at the Spokane Convention Center. Come check out Austin. We're having a great time.
Thank you for that, Regan. And of course, it has felt very much spring-like these last several days here, especially during the day when we get that sunshine and temperatures have been warming into the 50s. This weekend, maybe even warmer yet. Clear skies at night, though, leaves us a bit cool in the morning. So that's where we find ourselves. Basically nothing to look at on the satellite and radar, but that obviously means that it is all clear here in the inland northwest. High temperatures will bump up to around 50, 51 degrees around the metro area and even warmer this weekend. Still going 59 for Sunday, and I think that's because we have a little extra cloud cover to prevent us from hitting that 60-degree mark, or at least making it all that much more difficult to get there. But nonetheless, Sunday is looking like our warmest day of the forecast quite easily.